People ask questions like, do I need a calculator? Do I bring my pen? Do I take my notes? Can I review my notes after the break? No, you can't. You can't. So we need to know the do's and don'ts when you are in the exam hall, and things you need to bring with you. Your ID, very, very important. So we'll talk about all that.
Recording in progress.
Alright, great. We're here to talk about PMP Exam Center and exam hall tips. This is not the normal exam preparation tips. We've gone past it. We need to know what to do when we walk into the exam center, and in the exam hall, what we should basically expect. Very, very important. Many people don't really get to know this, so they get in there feeling a little bit nervous. So we're here to give you all the tips so you know exactly what to do when you walk into the exam hall, and when you are in the exam hall, how you should conduct yourself. And again, we'll show you how the screen will look like as you go through the questions. How do you flag the questions for review? How would the breaks come in? At what time? We will let you know all this, and what to do when you go on break. The do's and don'ts. You need to basically know these ones. So very, very important. I know many people keep asking this question, and they basically want to know what to do when they walk in the exam hall, what they need to do. Some people do not even know how the screen will look like. People ask questions like, do I need a calculator? Do I bring my pen? Do I take my notes? Can I review my notes after the break? No, you can't. You can't. So we need to know the do's and don'ts when you are in the exam hall, and things you need to bring with you. Your ID, very, very important. So we'll talk about all that. Yes, so let's jump straight into what we are supposed to do for today. PMP Exam Center and exam hall tips. Great. Yes, so you know, walking into the test center can be a nerve-wracking, but knowing exactly what to expect will keep you calm and in control. So it could be a nerve-wracking experience, but knowing exactly what to do could help you become calm and be in control. Being in control is very, very important. When you are calm, remember this, your brain is working properly. Your brain is firing, the neurons are firing strongly. So you need to find a way to put yourself in a calm state. And these tips could help you remain calm and help you focus properly and be in control. So we've got a step-by-step playbook, step-by-step guide to help you do this. So like I said, we go through what you do before the exam. I bring you that tip, very important. But those of you who have got the 37 secrets to passing your exam, you could go through that. There's a whole session dedicated for knowing exactly what to do before the exam day. And also the morning, we talk about morning of the exam, what do you do? We also talk about what you do when you're on the exam premises, and again look at what you do, quite important, what you do when you're in the exam hall and during the exam and after the exam. So these are things that we'll talk about. Let's jump straight into it, shall we? Day before the exam. Again, if you have the 37 secrets to passing the exam, you should know this. And I'll bring you one tip. I won't go through all the tips. I'll bring you one key tip. Day before the exam, sleep well. Sleep well. It's very, very important. You've done your preparation, and when you sleep, that is the time the information will be properly consolidated. You need good sleep to make you well refreshed the next day, to help you become well refreshed the next day. So sleep well. Very, very important. Enjoy about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Enjoy your sleep for clarity. Enjoy your sleep so you give power to your prefrontal cortex, the boss of the brain. Enjoy your sleep, and that would help you think clearer, basically. So when you have well activated prefrontal cortex in the exam hall, you are likely to think clearly, you're likely to become more creative, you're likely to judge properly, you're likely to understand the questions, you're likely to get more of the answers right, you're likely to remember a lot of the, because you remember a lot of the things that you learned. That is the job of the prefrontal cortex. So enjoy your sleep. Many people will think otherwise, but I'm telling you, according to science, sleep before the exam paper, good sleep before the exam paper could help you pass your exam. So please, don't be an all-nighter. Sleep well. Start early, prepare well, so you can sleep well. Great. Morning of the exams. Again, I can't go through all the list. If you get a 37.7 secrets to pass in exams, it will tell you exactly what to do morning of the exam. But I'll tell you this: morning of the exam, you need to exercise. Okay, exercise is very, very important. It also activates your prefrontal cortex. Okay, to help you think clearer, become more creative. Talk about this. Remember more of the things you learned. So exercise will be good. You wake up, you move your body a little bit, you exercise a little bit. That will be good. Go light. That's another tip I'll bring to you. Morning of the exam, go light. Don't eat too heavily. So don't become too heavy in your tummy. Alright, so go light. I'll bring you eggs. Very good for the brain. So you could do your eggs. It's got protein in there to help you. So go light, get your eggs. You could do your cocoa drink or tea, or probably your Milo. That would be good. Okay, that would be good. But you reduce your sugar, that would also be good. So go light. Some people love to go too heavy in the morning. No, it won't be too good, because you have energy, more and more blood flowing to your gut for digestion. We need that blood to flow in your brain for cerebral circulation and for better performance. Okay, so I don't want to get into neuroscience, but I'm telling you, you need to go light. Okay, because when you go light, you have a brain that works properly. Okay, so go light. That will be good. Then exercise as well. All right. So what do you bring into the exam center? What do you take to the exam center? So let's get into the must bring. You need to have your valid, unexpired, government issued ID. Okay, so not any other ID card. So it should be a government issued ID, like a passport, like your Ghana card if you live in Ghana. Okay, like your driver's license, UK driver's license, very, very powerful. So you could have that if you live in the UK. Okay, wherever you live, you have your driver's license, you could have your passport with you. Very, very important. But make sure it matches your name. So the name you used to register for the exam, that same name should show on your ID card. Okay, that's very, very important. What you should leave behind. So yeah, you need to take your phone, but you can't take your phone into your workstation to the exam hall. So when you enter, they will assign a locker to you, and you keep your phones in there, but make sure you put on silent. So put your phone on silent, it goes into your locker. They might not even allow you to take your watch with you, smartwatch with you. Okay, so that goes into the locker as well. Your bags, your notes. Okay, once you walk in, there's no need to check your notes again. Okay, you walk in, you're all prepared. Now you follow your memory bank. You don't need your notes again. It goes into your locker. They won't even allow you to look at your notes. Very, very important. So you need to know that. Calculators, you might take it as backup, but you don't need it, because the system has got an inbuilt calculator. Okay, inbuilt calculator. It will show on the screen for you. There's a basic one on the screen for you, so you don't need a calculator. The center will, like I said, will assign a locker to you for your belongings. So that part is very important. You need to know. So we'll give you a locker. You put in your bags or phones in there. Make sure it's put on silent. Your smartwatches, your notes if you brought some notes with you. Yes. Now they might give you some comfort items like earplugs. Okay, usually provided, and you can bring your own clear, unlabeled foam earplugs if you use earplugs to help you concentrate, to reduce the noise, the background noise. Yes, you could have yours, but it has to be it has to be unlabeled, okay, labeled. And again, you need to ask the proctor. Okay, so these are things you go ask them, and they will tell you whether you can use it or not. But if you need earplugs, many of the centers, they've got these ones for you, and they will give it to you. Now let's let me walk you through the check-in process. If you walk in there, there'll be a check-in process. Okay, so I'll say this: you need to arrive early. 1 hour before time, because those of you might want to use the recency technique, revise your notes, your key areas, the formulae, the key terminologies. You want to go through them before you walk in. You may get there early. 1 hour before time would be good. Okay, minimum should be 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes before time. That would be good. It brings down stress. Okay, it brings down stress. I'll talk to you about some pro tip that you could basically do. You could run a dry. You could do a dry run. We'll talk about that one later. Get in there. You go there a day before the paper just to familiarize yourself with the environment and understand the traffic. We'll talk about it. So check-in process. You'll be assigned a locker. I've talked about it for your bags, phones, notes, and other items. You can access it between breaks. So when you have a locker, when you go on break, we talk about break, very, very important, and how to take them. When you have the breaks, you could access your locker, but not to basically look at your notes. That could be a ground for dismissal. So please take note. You could access your locker for maybe water, some snacks, okay, and that would be good. And if you are snacking, make sure you snack on dark chocolate, you snack on some fruits, that would be good. Again, you don't want to go that heavy, okay, so if you brought some healthy snacks, you could take them, okay. I still go light, very, very important, very, very important. It's good for blood flow, so still go light. Do the fingerprint. It's not that one. That is more reliable. Okay, so you get palm vein scan, and you empty your pocket. Okay, so if I were you, I would make sure I don't have a lot in my pocket, so I don't waste too much time emptying my pocket because I've got a lot in there. So you empty your pocket, everything in there will come out. Okay, so if your wallet, if it goes into your bag, that'll be good. So before you walk in there, make sure everything in your pocket will go into your bag. So you just empty your pocket, you haven't got anything in there. They will do a security pat down, scan. Okay, so they will use the metal detector one, just to scan you to be sure you don't have anything on you. That would be to expect that one. Yeah, it's quite normal, isn't it? In the testing room, what do? Let's pay attention. You get a small personal whiteboard. So they'll give you a small personal whiteboard, and that will be laminated, and they'll give you a marker, and that will serve as your sheet. Okay, so you won't be given a paper, you'll be given a pen or pencil. We'll give you a marker, we'll give you a whiteboard. Okay, it's laminated, and this is what you use as your rough sheet, okay, for the calculations. And I love to think on paper. Some of you love to think on paper. You use this one to think on paper to basically help you. Now, when you think you need replacement, ask for it. Okay, ask for it. The screen shows a timer. That's how come you don't need a watch. So the screen, if you look on the screen, I'll show you the screen. Okay, it shows a timer. It shows the question number and flag for review. Okay, feature. So it will show you the timer, show you the question number, and flag for review feature. You know, if you want to revisit a question, you could flag it. And you need to flag it, not could, you need to flag it. Okay, you flag it for review, but remember we talked about the exam hall tips some time back. So make sure you answer every question. So if you don't know, answer it, guess it, and flag it for review. Okay. when you get into your workstation, that is when you are behind your screen. You can't take any drink in there, no food allowed, and that's something you need to know. So you could have a screen like this to give you a summary. Okay, when you are done, you haven't submitted it, you could have a summary like this, and the questions in there, the ones that are incomplete will show up. Incomplete means maybe not answered, okay, or you were supposed to answer about choose three of the answers, you chose only one, that will pop up as incomplete. So any question you haven't answered will pop up as incomplete, and if you didn't answer it properly, again, follow the instructions. You were supposed to select 3, you selected only 1 or selected 2, it will pop up as incomplete. It's for you to revisit and finish them off, okay? So that is good, isn't it? So you want to review all, you pop up, just click it. Okay, click this bit, review all. If you want to review the incomplete bit, you click it. If you want to review the flagged ones, you click it. Okay, so the ones you flag for review, you click here and they will pop up. Yeah, so this is something to help you know how the screen looks like. So you have your highlight here, strike through. If you want to strike through some of the phrases, some of the words, you want to highlight some of the areas in the questions, words, and there you can highlight them. Sometimes it's good to help you focus, okay, to help you also identify the key things in there. Okay, so you want to highlight, underline, you don't underline, so you can't underline here, so you highlight to strike through these ones. And you've got your calculator here, okay, inbuilt, so you click it and it will pop up and you can use it. This is a basic calculator. Flag for review here, so you visit it, you flag for review, okay, and you could come back to that. We'll talk more about flagging for review, something you need to know about it. Now during the exam, you can change answers and go back to question within each session. So once you're within the session, you haven't taken a break yet, you can always change your answers, but not after the end of a session. So you have 3 sessions. First session, 60 questions. Second session, 60 questions. Third session will take up the next 60 questions, 180 questions. So first session, 60, you have a message. If you want to go on break, the message will pop up. If you want to take that break, you click on it and you take it, okay? If you don't want to take that break, you could decline it and you keep going, but I recommend you taking a break, so we'll talk more about it. Okay, so if you go on break and you have not reviewed any flat question, when you come back, it's already gone. You can't change it again. Okay, we'll talk more about it, but that's something you need to know. Okay, I'm trying to jump the gun because I think it's very important. So I need to say before I even get there, be there before you get there. So I want to be there before I get there. So let me talk about it, and I'll throw more light on it when I get to the breaks. Make sure you review your flat questions or things you want, any answer you want option or any answer you want to change. Make sure you do that before you take that break. Because when you take that break, it's already logged in. It's gone. It's logged in. Okay. Expect lengthy situational questions. Use the highlight, strike through tools to eliminate distractors. Okay, so things that could distract you, could eliminate these ones. We've shown this on the strategies. You could use the last line strategy. Okay, the last line you read it, understand exactly what the question is asking for, and that could narrow focus. Okay. And as you go through the options, you know your strategies. We've done this. I don't want us to talk about it. Okay, we have a whole video on that, so we can talk about it. You can watch it later. So expect lengthy situational questions. You are used to that because we've gone through some past questions, sample questions, so we know about wordy questions, so we know the technique. If you panic, some of you may experience some anxiety a little bit. We have a whole video talking about how to reduce anxiety, so I don't want to labor the point. Watch that video Okay, but if you panic a little bit, you could close your eyes and breathe. Breath work is very, very important for reducing anxiety, reducing your level of cortisol. And you could breathe, deep breathe, and remind yourself that the first 20 questions are the hardest. Let me say this again. The first 20 questions are usually the hardest. Okay, it's likely to be likely to be the hardest. So remind yourself, yeah, the first 20 questions are likely to be the hardest. So if I don't get them, I'll still get them. I'll get others as I go. Okay, so I could be flogging the ones I think are very difficult and come back to them. There are loads of easy questions ahead of me. I've prepared well. We talk more about your mantra. Okay, prepared well. Believe you prepared well. Once you keep going, it's 180 questions. So if 20 of them, if your first 20 not too good, there are loads of them ahead, and you've prepared well. So you find some easy questions, things you would remember and you know, and you answer them. So don't fret when the first 20 questions are proven to be difficult for you. Don't fret. There are loads of easy questions ahead of you. Okay, so just push through. Just push through. You can expect now during the exam. You can expect. You can change. We talked about. You can change your answers. Go back to the questions within the session. We talked about this. Let's do more. Now breaks. I intimated it. I want to unpack it. The breaks. You get to 10-minute breaks. So after 60 minutes will be a break. But like I said, if you want to take it, you take it. If you don't want to take it, you can decline it. But I recommend you take it. So after 60 questions, not 60 minutes, 60 questions, you have a break. Okay, you have the option to take a break. 120, you have another option to take the next break. Okay, but you must raise your hand and wait for the proctor to check you out. Don't just get up and check yourself out. No, raise your hand. Okay, if you need anything, if you want to ask questions, you can raise your hand. If you want to take a break, raise your hand. If you need help, raise your hand. Okay, and they will attend to you. The clock, this is something you need to know about breaks. When you take the break, the clock stops during the break. Okay, so once you take it, the clock will stop. Remember this one. If you are late, the timer won't wait for you. So 10 minutes, you click on it. You want to take the break, it stops. Then it starts running. 10-minute break. After 10 minutes, the questions will start again. So if you got to 60 questions, after the 10 minutes, 61 will pop up. 62, 61 will pop up. The next set of questions will pop up, and the time will start running, with or without you. So if you delay, remember this has already started running. So 10-minute break. What I would say is take 8. Okay, so if you go out, you just take 8. Take 8 and be there 2 minutes before the break is over. That'll be good. Okay, that'll be good, because if you are late, it won't wait for you. Use every break. We talked about it. So use the break. It's good for reset. I'll tell you this: when you sit down for too long, blood flow to the brain will start to slow down. If you read my book, it's in there. Okay, that's how come I recommend the 37 secrets to learning. You read for 30 minutes, you review, or you take a recap 7 minutes, and you take a break for 7. Okay, those of you who have got the book, you can read it. Same for exam. If you take the exam, if you sit down for that long, blood flow to the brain will start to slow down. So if you have the chance to take a break and get up and move your body a little bit for more blood to flow to the brain, will be good, because brain performance is tied to blood flow. So if you sit down for that long, when it slows down, blood flow, cerebral circulation starts to slow down. This might make you not think clearly, might make the remembering retrieval process a little bit difficult. You don't want that to happen, so take that break. It's good. Get up, move your body a little bit. Sip on some water, drink some water, don't overhydrate. So a little bit will be good. If you got dark chocolate, some bananas, you could take these ones. It's for reset. Okay, don't go in your locker to review your notes. It's not allowed. And like I said, it might be grounds for dismissal. So it's not allowed. Don't go into your locker to review your notes. Okay? Don't touch your phone. It's just for reset. Okay, so if you walk into the washroom, you want a PP, okay? You want to wash your face, wash your face. You want to move your body, okay? If you want to do some small bout of exercise, do the Gaudish leaps, squat for some 1 minute, 2 minutes, do that for reset, okay? That would be good to get more blood to flow, and you come back and you'll be refreshed, and that will be a new beginning for you. So take it, take the break, okay? Very important. Use every break. Very, very important, okay? Now, let's talk about after you submit. You're almost done. When you submit, so end of session, if you finish, it will pop up. Exam session, you are done, it will pop up. Then you click on it, you end it, then you submit it, okay? When you submit, you get preliminary pass or fail result immediately on the screen. That's the part you will be waiting for, okay? Once you start, you will be thinking about that. When I click it, what happens? Don't think too much about it. Just focus on the questions and keep going, okay? Believe in yourself, you pass, obviously. So it's a pass or fail. So once you are done, you click on it, you see that preliminary pass fail result immediately on the screen. So if you pass, you see it. If you fail, you see it. But I know you pass. Just believe in yourself, believe in your preparation, okay? Then you receive a printed score report from your proctor. So areas that you did well will show this. If you're above average, below average, so we'll talk about it. The people, processes, the business bit will show how you performed. So that report will be given. Official result and certification, if you passed, will be emailed to you within 48 hours. Okay, so within 2 days, you have that being emailed to you. Okay, being emailed to you. Now, I'll give you a pro tip. You can do a dry run. What's a dry run? You could drive to the center a day before or at the same time to check traffic and parking. So the day before the exam, you could drive to the center. Okay, some of you don't want to take that risk, but it's risk management, and it's you being proactive. Okay, you being proactive. Yes, it might come with some expense, some money, but I think it's good if you don't know where the center is. It will be good for you to get there, go there day before, understand the traffic situation, speak to people, know what will happen the next day, traffic situation the next day. But you remember, you need to go there 1 hour before time. Worst case scenario, 30 minutes before time. Go there early. Right, going there day before be good, so you understand, you know where to go, where the route you need to take, and all that. You understand the environment. This could also help you reduce stress. So if you could perform a dry run, that would be good. Okay, driving to the center a day before, that would be good. At the same time, to check traffic and parking, so check the same time. If you are taking your paper at 8, make sure you give yourself, maybe use Google Map to give you an estimate, isn't it? So you know when to leave the house, and you check your time, you watch, you become observant whilst you drive along the road. Okay. The last thing you want is the stress spiral from being late. Stress is not good. Okay. Too much stress, not too good. It raises your level of cortisol, and when that happens, it affects your prefrontal cortex, which is the CEO of your brain. You can't think clearly in there, so you don't want this one to happen. You want to go there day before to familiarize yourself with the environment, to understand the traffic situations and add traffic buffers to your timelines, or time allocations, and that will help you prepare well. That's risk management, isn't it? This is a project. You need to plan it well and factor in risk and find a way to respond to your risk. So performing that dry run will be very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Now, quickly, we're almost done. Let's talk about things you need to avoid. I'll run through this one quickly. Avoid these landmines. These are pitfalls. Overhydrate, not too good. Heavy meal, we talked about it, not too good. So sip water, eat light protein, high protein, eat light protein 90 minutes prior. That would be good. So 90 minute before the time, if you could eat something light, that would be good. Okay, sip some water, that would be good. I recommend eggs. I recommended eggs, and you could do some tea, that would be good. Skipping breaks, don't do that. Okay, forces your brain into a fog. Always take them. Changing gut answers. First choice is right 70% of the time. Only change if you prove it wrong. Okay, so if you're not too sure, keep your answers based on your instinct. Spending more than 90 seconds on expert questions, okay, difficult questions. So don't find hard questions. Okay, don't spend too much time. You might do 1 minute per question, or maximum 1 minute 20 seconds per question. That'll be good. Okay, that'll be good. So if you don't know, don't waste too much time on it. If you think it's too hard, don't waste too much time on it. Just pick any answer, because answer every question. They won't take marks from you if you don't answer a question. So guess it, flag it, move on, and you come back to it later. Okay, many of them could be unscored pre-test. Did you know there are some questions in there that are not scored? Okay, so you never know. The question you are wasting time on might not be scored. So just guess it, move on. There are loads of easy questions ahead of you because you prepared well. You find many treasures ahead of you. So just keep going. Misreading, not accept. Circle the word on your scratch pad immediately. If you see not, sometimes you can skip it. The project manager is not supposed to do this. Then you read the project manager is supposed to do that. That will change how you think, and that will dictate your answer. So if he changes it, chances are that you get the answer wrong. So watch out for these ones. Not accept these ones. Circle them and take note of them. Checking phone notes on break. We talked about it. Not too good. And that would be grounds for dismissal. Timer obsession. You're always checking the time. You saw 5 questions, you look at the time. No, don't do that. Focus on the first 30 questions. Okay, focus, use your strategy. If it's hard, I won't waste too much time on it. Just keep going. There are easy questions ahead. Let me find them. Okay, so focus on that. When you're done with 30 questions, you can now check in and see how far you are doing, how you are performing in terms of time. Then you make your necessary corrections, learn your lessons, move on to the next 30 where you have your break. Okay, so if you could check only twice per session, that would be good. Okay, rough first session ruins mood. I know, so you may not have a good first session. That's okay. All right, good first session. That's okay. You're building momentum. So mentally say those were warm-ups. Reset at the break. So when you go on break, reset and come back, learn your lessons and come back. You are just warming up. Believe in that, and your brain will rewire itself and you'll be good. Submitting early, that's not too good. Use final 15 minutes to scan flat questions. Even 2 fixes could boost your score. If you could fix two questions, get them right, it will be good. I remember an exam I took, the review was very good. Without the review, I would have scored 53 out of 60. When I did the review, I got 4 more questions right. So I had 57 out of 60. Was the highest mark. So review it's good. Okay, so you could give yourself some time, and we know how to go about it. When you take the break, make sure before you hit on accept the break, make sure you go over the flagged questions. Okay, that part is very important. Make sure you go over the flagged questions, answer every question in there, be sure before you click on the break. Why? Because as soon as you do that, it's already gone. It's locked in. You wouldn't have the chance to go back to those questions. They are gone. They are locked in. What you could focus on is the next 60. Alright, so please do that. 1 minute per question, 1.2 maximum. Leave some time for review, that'll be good. So if you could do 1 minute, some of the questions may be that easy for you. Do less. As a plan, you don't want to waste too much time. Some questions it might be a little bit hard for you. Don't waste too much time on that. Okay. So use these strategies. Now let's see some mantra that you could come up with, and you will close. You could create your own mantra, but there's something to guide you. So you could write something like this down and say to yourself, memorize it. My foundation is strong, and the key areas are clear to me. I will scan for the easy questions. I won't fight the hard ones. I will guess and flag for review. Each break is a reset. When I step out, I will hold my head high, proud of the discipline I showed. So you could read this one to yourself and remember them, and it's giving you the guidelines how to conduct yourself when you are in there. This will be printed on your mind, it will ring in your head, and it will lead the way for you. So you are great, you are powerful. Believe in yourself, believe in the inside of you, believe in your preparation. You are super. Believe in your brains, believe in your Father. If you are religious, believe in God. Remember, once you put in your works, God will come into to help you. But if you haven't put in the works, partnership will come in from your Father. So put in the works, believe in your Father, believe in yourself, believe in your preparation, believe in the tips you have, believe in your strategies, and you'll be good. I wish you all the best. Go break a leg, go break a leg. You have done the work. Now go and execute it. I believe in you. All the best. Cheers.